and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. This is all about what signs should you be looking out for in the next couple weeks. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching it is when it will apply. Although it is Christmas right now, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. If you're not, if you hate Christmas, then fuck Christmas. And let's get started. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. You can take a moment, use your intuition to pick whichever pile is speaking to you the most. And when you're ready, just click on the timestamp in the description box to go to your reading. So, welcome pile 1s. If you pick the first pile, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what signs you should be watching out for in the next couple weeks and a little bit of what they're trying to show you. So these two cards will be the basis of the reading. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we have the Shadow World. So what I'm seeing here is candles, darkness, mist are all things that are going to stand out for you in the next few weeks. So pay attention to things that are dark. The darkness in your house, like at night, I feel like there's something about it. There's something that you're going to get from paying attention to that. As well as mist. There's like a spiritual meaning of mist to you. It could be dealing with dead. It could be spirits or people that you have lost in your life or trying to communicate with you. That may be for only a few of you. For others, it could be more about your shadow self or the shadow world in general. With this Ace of Wands here, what I'm seeing is there's going to be a pause. There's going to be a halt on your work. Maybe you're already experiencing this, maybe a pause and inspiration. This is a sign for you. Your attention is meant to be taken off of tasks and doing right now and put onto something else, put into the spiritual world, the mystical world, the unseen and the hidden elements of life. Those are the things that are kind of being highlighted for you right now, and you're being guided to pay attention to. So don't feel bad about putting any projects or any work you're doing on pause for a moment. This is what's supposed to happen right now. You're not supposed to feel too inspired at the moment because you're supposed to dive a little bit deeper right now. Okay, so we'll see what animal spirits and animal signs you should look out for. So we have the brown bear. Take time out. Look at that. That is exactly what I was saying. So don't be afraid to take time out right now to take a rest. The bear hibernates during the winter, right? Or sleeps all winter long. So this is a sign for you. I'm also getting questions. It's a good time to ask a lot of questions, even if you don't get the answers right away, even if they're obscure or abstract questions. Now is a good time to ask lots of questions, to question yourself, question the things that you're doing in your life. There's this completion of a cycle coming for you, I'm feeling. And the more that you question, the more you'll be able to start your new beginning from a place that's in alignment with you. Once this cycle is over, once this winter is over, or this period of hibernation and settling is over. I'm also getting with this brown bear, like, don't be scared, okay? Try to be brave. If you're scared of the dark, if you're scared of things like undead spirits or dealing with ghosts, try not to be scared, okay? This isn't happening to fear you. This isn't happening to fear you. This isn't happening as a negative thing. This isn't happening to harm you, okay? There's a message here for you. And if you are really scared, like, you don't have to deal with this stuff. You don't have to go into the realms that you're uncomfortable with, that you don't feel grounded about. But I do feel like for some of you, interacting with a lost loved one is coming up. Okay. And then we have whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. So yeah, it's all about mysteries and questions right now. All about asking and diving deep. understanding things on that really esoteric or hidden level. That's what I'm feeling right now. You may find whales and bears are confirmation for you, so pay attention to when literal whales and bears show up in your life. Maybe you'll have just a stampede of whales run through your living room. Obviously, that is a terrible joke. But if you see them even just like scrolling social media or on the internet, that can be a sign for you. So pay attention. You can look more into the spiritual meaning of the whale and the bear if you feel called to do so. That may contain messages for you as well. So this is kind of what your ancestors and guides are showing you right now. Foresight. Okay. So I'm getting the more clear you get, the more quiet you can get in this moment, the more you will be able to see into the future correctly. Okay, so the more that you can see through your fear, the more you'll be able to see what is actually coming to you, what you're actually manifesting right now. Pay attention to your thoughts of the future. Pay attention to the ones that are negative and the ones that are positive, and question those, okay? Don't let your fears just kind of go unquestioned, or your worries just go unquestioned. Now is the time to dive deep into why you think potentially negative things are going to happen, or why you think potentially positive things are going to happen, and try to get into reality as much as possible. It's a big time of understanding fears and worries for you. Okay, so what are these messages trying to convey is up here. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the World in reverse, so again, a delay, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you may be a little bit uncomfortable with this pause. You may be a little bit uncomfortable with these delays that are happening. These delays are not happening to harm you, okay? They're happening for your benefit. With this Two of Pentacles, I'm feeling like you may really benefit from teamwork. And so these questions are trying to get you, these questions and these shadow things that you're facing are trying to get you to see where you can collaborate, where you can benefit from the support and help of other people, where you can bring in different perspectives as well. I'm getting a lot of seeing things from different perspectives. Lightning bolts may be significant for you right now, as well as things breaking. So if you have broken glass, if you break something, that's a good luck sign for you right now. That's a sign that you are on the right path. You're doing the right things. With this Nine of Wands in reverse, I'm seeing that you can't focus as much on your mind and your mental space when you're working or when you're full into your goals or your tasks. So that's why this pause is coming, so that you can really reset how you're thinking, really start the new year with a positive mindset or a clearer mindset. Not like, you don't got to be fake positive if things are really not looking great for you. But starting the year with more of a clear mindset is what's trying to come in for you. Clearing out the skeletons in your closet, the ghosts, the darkness, things that may be haunting you is what's coming to light. So lots of candles as well. Maybe bubbles. I don't know. If that resonates, let me know. Maybe bubbles for some of you. I'm going to pull a few more cards. These suspenders are like restricting my arm movement. I feel so weird. This is actually high school clothing that I'm wearing right now, clothing I had when I was like 15. It's so weird to me. I was so like business professional for some reason. Anyways, let's see what else comes out for you. So yeah, now is a time for learning. We have the Page of Swords here. Learning and being a little bit lost and confused. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you might not be 100% comfortable with this time right now. You might not be 100% comfortable in this space. That's okay. Lean into this discomfort. Discomfort is here to serve you, is to help you learn and grow. So try not to take it as a negative thing. Know that this is in your benefit. I'm going to see if there's any numbers you should watch out for. Let's see. 9. I'm really feeling 9 and divisions of 9. So 3, 6, 9 are kind of your main numbers right now. If you're seeing any of those numbers repeating, or if you're seeing them lots, pay attention to that. Those numbers also have messages for you. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 1. So hopefully this was interesting for you. This provided you some insight into some of the signs maybe you're already seeing or you're going to be seeing soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas or holiday season, or if it's not Christmas, whatever time of year it is. Yeah, see you next time. So welcome, Pile 2s. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out what signs are showing up for you, what you should be paying more attention to at this time. So these 2 cards here are going to be like the basis of the reading, and then we'll just fill in the rest as we go. So here we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I'm feeling like you may be a little bit disorganized and kind of lazy right now. You may be having a hard time communicating or speaking. You may not find that you're as inspired as you usually are. You're full of as much ideas or creative ideas. You may find that your mind is even a little bit slower. Your intellect isn't going as fast as it usually goes. You may find that you're kind of in almost an ADHD state where you're focusing on everything at once, really distracted, or more of this like lazy state where you're not able to really focus on anything except enjoyment or entertainment. That's kind of what I'm getting is the basis for you right now. This is happening to serve you, okay? This is not a negative thing. This is not it may feel like a setback, but this isn't a setback. This is actually a sign from the universe, from your guides, from your higher self. This is doing something, so we're going to find out what that is. You might find like weaponry, war, and battles have a lot of messages for you right now. If you're seeing lots of like warrior type, battle type imagery, that is providing a message for you, so pay attention to that at this time. Okay, so we're going to see what animal spirits to kind of look out for, animal signs. So cow spirit, the miracles are endless. Interesting. Okay. And then bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. And we have 2 5s here. Very interesting. 1 1 5 5. Ooh, okay. So this is a very creative energy right now. I feel like you are being put, or you are experiencing this state of disorientation, confusion, because you're coming up to a rebirth. You're coming up to a really big renewal of your spirit, a change in how you act and behave in this world. So you may feel like you're not really on top of your game right now. Things aren't really working as well as they should, or you're not working as well as you could. You're being set up for miracles, okay? You're being set up for divine intervention. You're being set up for things to turn out even better than you expected, even better than you thought with this cow spirit. You may find brown feathers are important to you, brown especially. If anything I'm saying is resonating for you, just look up the spiritual meaning of that message and there'll be more in it for you. The spiritual meaning of cows, the spiritual meaning of bats, those could all contain really valuable messages for you at this time. But yeah, what I'm seeing here is you're being set up for miracles. You're not meant to really be using your mind right now. You're not meant to really be putting your action power into creating or your focus into creating. You're meant to be kind of taking your hands off for the moment to let other things happen in the place of your action and your doing and your working. Miracles are coming to you. I know that I keep repeating that, but that seems like the message that really wants to come through is that you're meant to be confused. You're meant to kind of take a break, to pull back from your work, from your effort, to allow miracles to happen. So get into that receiving state if you can. Be open to things working out for you if you can, because you're going through a period of rebirth. You may be, in your cocoon right now, like the caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, right? So things may feel a little bit off, but there's change occurring for your highest benefit right now. Fives may be very significant for you at this time. If you're seeing a lot of fives, pay attention to that. Fives indicate change, big changes. Maybe not always big, but definitely changes. Sometimes adventure as well. Oops, I wasn't going to do these cards next. Let's do this one here. So this is what your guides are kind of sending you, what your ancestors are sending you. Hunter of Abundance. Look at that. So I really feel like maybe you felt like you really need to create the abundance, or you need to put a lot of effort into it happening or occurring in a certain way. You're needing to step back and take the reins off, okay? Allow the abundance to come into you. Allow things to now begin to work out. I feel like you've set a really good foundation. You've laid a lot of groundwork. You have to let things occur now. You have to receive now. So with Hunter for Abundance, really pay attention to the ways that you are already abundant in your life. You can make a running list of things that are making you feel abundant every day. Maybe you have an abundance of food. Maybe you have an abundance of water. Maybe you have abundance of support or friends. Or maybe you have abundance of spiritual knowledge or understanding. It can really be anything from the most material things in the world to I got a lot of stacks, I got this fat bag, or to the most spiritual abstract thing in the world, like I have an abundance of self-trust, or I have an abundance of energy. Well, you might not right now. You might be lacking energy right now, but you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you can kind of see as an abundant thing, the more that you pay attention to that, the more you're going to be a match to experiencing more abundance in your life. This lotus thing I was Christmas shopping and I found this, and it's just so shiny. I could not resist. It's like a lotus bowl. Anyways, this makes me feel very abundant. It wasn't even expensive. It was like $15. It makes me feel really abundant to look at this because, wow, so shiny. So things like that. Pay attention to things that make you feel really abundant, that make you feel like you already have enough, so that these miracles can really come through for you. And here, up here, we have what these signs are kind of pointing to, what they're wanting to know, things you should know about this. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, so that's the Five of Pentacles normally, if you know that energy. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh. And the Ace of Beasts in reverse. So that's the Ace of Wands. So with two aces in reverse, I am really seeing that you might not be as inspired as you usually are. Don't take this as a negative thing. This is a fleeting moment. This will pass. Inspiration will come back. Right now, this is a sign for you. This is a moment for you to step into some new energy, to rebirth yourself in a way. I am seeing with the Five of Cups, I'm seeing an end to lack mindset, scarcity thinking, poverty mindset. That is coming to a close here, or it is really trying to. So anything you can do to speed along that process, to help yourself move into a more abundant, more positive mindset, is going to aid this rebirth that you're experiencing. Okay, and I'm seeing too a lot of like things looking scarier than they are. especially with this Knight of Cups, Knight of Curses energy here. If you just see how he's like a small little dude, but he's projecting this very scary image. So I feel like things might look bigger than they are. They might look harder than they are. Obstacles, challenges, they might seem scarier than they are right now. Pay attention to your fear, okay? The sign here is not how hard the obstacle is, how scary this person is, how much there is to fear. The sign is your fear, okay? Where you're feeling fear, that's the sign for where you're still feeling lack. That's the sign for where you're still uneasy, if you're kind of catching my drift here. The sign is not what you're scared of right now. It's the fear that you have, and why is it there? Where does it come from? Is it based in reality, or is it being blown out of proportion a little bit because of past events and circumstances? Okay, and snakes may be a sign for you. Snakes represent wisdom. They represent truth. A couple other things. Snakes could be kind of showing up in your reality as a sign. I am seeing like your communication isn't the best right now. Your communication is not as on point as it usually is. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that right now. I don't feel like I'm communicating the best either. So what I'm feeling with this Ace of Wands is be careful what you say right now. Be a little careful with your words. Be a little careful with your expression of yourself. You're not as strong of a communicator as you usually are. You're not as on top of your speech as you usually are. So be a little bit careful. Maybe think twice before speaking in certain circumstances and circumstances where it could get you into trouble. Okay. Like, I don't know, don't tell your boss you're feeling lazy as shit right now. That's just like such a minimal example, but you know what I mean. Be a little bit careful with who you speak to and what you say. Okay, you don't have to be closed off. Just know that your speech and your mind isn't where it's normally at. It's a little bit confused right now. It's a little bit off for this rebirth to occur. And like I said, it's fleeting. It's going to get back to normal. You're going to probably even feel even better once this period has kind of passed. So yeah, try to gain as many lessons as you can from it. The more that you can kind of pay attention to the signs and really seep the treasure out of this experience, the easier it will be, the quicker it will pass, the more it'll feel like a growth experience versus just a, well, what the fuck is wrong with me right now experience. So yeah, you can definitely let me know if this resonated in the comments if you want to. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was beneficial to you and it inspired you in some way. And I'll see you next time. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Yeah, bye. Hello and welcome to your reading, Pile 3s. Yeah, so we're gonna get started with these two cards to kind of set the tone for the reading, and then we'll unfold from there. So what signs should you be paying attention to right now whenever you're watching this? Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Knight of Swords upright. Okay, so what I'm seeing is you've been going through a period of really creating and forming yourself. You may have to pay attention to right now. What I'm really getting is unrealistic expectations and standards. I don't know why that's coming through like so clear, but you have unrealistic standards and expectations for yourself and how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to appear to others, how fast things are supposed to happen for you, how much you're supposed to evolve, how quickly. You're really holding yourself to this high standard, and it's making it a little bit hard for you right now. So what I'm getting is pay attention to your standards, pay attention to what you're expecting of yourself, pay attention to how you're needing things to be. You might even find writing like a list of what are all the standards I hold myself to, and then really going through it and seeing what is worth keeping and what is worth throwing out the window. Because, yeah, you can only create and perfect yourself so much. This is what I'm getting with this 8 card. Like, you have been doing a really good job working on yourself. You have been doing a really good job improving who you are, improving how you understand the world, how you interact with others. It's time to move, okay? It's time to stop reaching for this ever receding horizon of self-perfection, okay? Or perfection in your work, whatever it may be. This is a very material card. So perfection somewhere in the material plane, and to start making moves, okay, to start taking action, to start communicating with the people that you want to communicate with, especially with this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a very communicative energy. You may find that you're getting a lot of messages right now, or you're going to get a lot of kind of surprising messages, things that you weren't expecting coming in or coming through. Yeah, or it's time for you to communicate with people as well. A lot in the realms of speaking right now. But I'm seeing like a strategic plan of action. Okay, you've done a lot of work on yourself. Now it's time to pay attention to how you can plan and move forward, how you can take this new, brilliant new you and use it. Okay, rather than keep chiseling away at yourself with this stone, like this guy, right? Perfecting his statue forever. Like, it's already done. You're done, bro. Um, Self-improvement, it's a constant of life. You can always work on yourself. There's always more to improve. There's always ways to get better. But for right now, it's time to move. It's time to speak to people. It's time to share your ideas. It's time to take strategic action on your goals. Okay? You don't have to necessarily charge full force into something. You can plan, you can take your time with it, but it's time for you to use this you that you're becoming, or you have become. Okay, so we'll see what else is coming through. Animal signs that you can look out for. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. Okay? And the canary spirit, sing your own song. Ooh, I love canaries. Okay. So, yeah, what I'm seeing here, sing your own song. Like, it's time to share yourself. It's time to communicate who you are. It's time to communicate these great ideas that you have, all these lessons you've gained from this effort that you've been putting into yourself, from this work that you've been putting in. You've been putting in the time and the effort, and you have a lot to share. You have a very unique and authentic vibration is what I'm getting with this canary spirit. You really own who you are. So share your song, share who you are, share what you came here to do. At some point you got to get started, as well as blue and green. Blue and green are really popping out to me right now. So those may have messages for you. Pay attention to things that you're seeing that are blue and green. You can even look at what the energy of blue and green represent. They're the throat chakra and the heart chakra, so it may also be signifying your throat and your heart chakras. With this koi spirit, fish spirit, I am getting, similar to what I was saying before, that you are good enough. Okay, you already are enough. You already are good enough. How can you feel that within your being? How can you improve yourself from a place of knowing that you're already enough, you're already there, versus, trying to perfect yourself, trying to make yourself enough? Because you're already there. You're already there. And yeah, so kois may be significant for you if you're seeing koi fish, or you can look up the spiritual meaning of the koi fish and the canary if you want a little more information. They could have some really potent messages for you. Yeah, I'm getting like speak your truth to people. If there's things that you've been holding on back on, things that you've wanted to say, now is the time to speak it. Okay, so this is from your guides and ancestors. Ancestor of knowing. Okay, so what do you know? What do you know? Are you sharing what you know? Are there things that you know that you're keeping to yourself? that you could be sharing or presenting to others in a really powerful way. With the ancestor of knowing too, I'm really getting that when you tune into your wisdom, when you tune into your own intuition, you will understand very deeply what this message has for you, what this is saying. You already know a lot of the things that I'm talking about, I feel like. If you don't, it could be on a deeper intuitive level. But yeah, your ancestors are saying, okay, owls may be important. Owls are very wise animals, obviously. Well, I don't know. I mean, we say they represent wisdom, but if you look at an owl, like they're a vicious predator. Like, they're one of the craziest predators there is. They spin their whole friggin' head around and lock on a mouse from like all the way up in the air, and they're like, pfft. So we always say they represent wisdom, but it's kind of interesting. Like, do they represent wisdom? Because they're like one of the most powerful predators we got. Does that make them wise, or does that make them something else? I don't know. Maybe you do. Anyways. Yeah, so pay attention to what you know. Pay attention to what you know to be true. And try to share it if you can. But I am feeling like you're also being, like your ancestors are sending you knowledge as well. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to anything that comes through in a meditative state or in a relaxed state. Your ancestors are sending you knowledge that can be useful for you at this time. Okay, so let's see what you should know about these signs is up here. So we have the Three of Beasts. Okay. I'll show you why that makes me smile so much in a minute. We have the Four of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So 2 3s. We also have 3 and 3. So 3 could be a significant number for you, 333. Pay attention to when you're seeing 3s, when you're seeing repeated 3s. I know that 333 can sometimes relate to ascended masters being with you, guides being with you. So I feel like you're heavily guided right now. You are heavily supported by your spiritual team. They are around you. Yeah. So for the Three of Beasts, this is the Three of Wands in regular tarot. What this is indicating to me is you need more of a playful attitude. Oh yeah, I said I'd show you why I laugh. Like, just look at that. Isn't that a silly card? Okay, so what I'm seeing is you need a little bit more of a playful attitude here. Okay, show yourself with the willingness to make mistakes. Show yourself with the willingness to be seen as silly or maybe not taken fully seriously at first. Okay, because I feel like you have a high degree of excellence. Okay, in whatever it is that you think about, you work on, you study, you have a high degree of excellence. It may not be seen right away when you show it. Okay, when you speak about the things you know about, it may not be received right away. So be willing to take yourself not so seriously and be willing to kind of be a little bit silly, make a little bit of mistakes, maybe not be seen as good as you are. Not everyone's going to be able to take in the fullness of you is kind of what I'm getting. Not everyone is really going to be able to see that as much as you can, or as much as people who, as much as your spirit team can. So yeah, be silly, be playful, try to approach problems that you're facing, obstacles that you're facing with a little bit more of a playful mindset. Get into things that make you feel joy and humor. I'm really getting like you guys need some humor in regards to yourself and your self-work. Playfulness. Already said that. So let's move on. So we have the Four of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing like this is a portal opening for you. A portal is opening for you. I feel like you may feel like a lot of people around you are being manipulated. A lot of people around you are being led into a negative direction, are being led into darkness in a way. I feel like you might be seeing how other people are kind of giving up their choices, giving up their free will. And it may cause you some problems. Like, it may cause you to hold back. You may not really want to kind of speak against what you're seeing or speak out. You don't have to necessarily be against things. What I'm seeing is a portal is opening for you to connect with people that are on the same wavelength with you, who are in the same vibration as you, who will benefit from you and who can benefit from you. This is what is happening right now. If there are people around you you can't really connect with or relate to, or that don't really take you seriously, that don't really get the depth and fullness of what you have to offer, a portal is opening up for you to access the people that will, okay? You don't have to worry about what other people are giving up right now. If they're giving themselves away, if they're, being led astray, or if they're going in a negative direction and somehow, you don't have to worry about that too much. That's their path. Try to detach from it and try to see that something is opening up for you to really be your authentic self and to sing your song and to align with people that want to hear it. Okay, and we have the Three of Swords too. So I do feel like you've been a little bit afraid of betrayal, or you've been a little bit afraid of judgment. I see that there may be a few people close to you who have really shown their true colors in a way that you didn't expect. And this has really quieted you. Yeah, like this guy's got a sword right through his mouth and throat. I feel like you have quieted yourself because you have faced not what you were expecting. You haven't faced the reception that you would thought you would receive when you start to speak what you do know about. Because you do know, you have this deep knowledge to you. But I feel like not everyone will hear it, or people are dismissive or resistant or argue against you, and they don't take it seriously. And because of that, rather than, keep going, you've kind of quieted yourself here, which is a very understandable thing to do. So yeah, what I feel like this sign here, what this is wanting you to know is that you don't have to do that anymore, okay? I feel like there's a need for you to remove these three swords, okay? So there's a sword in your head, there's two swords in your head, and a sword in your throat. I feel like there's a need for you to remove these swords. Take that how it resonates for you. I feel like you will know how to go about that. You might find like opening your throat chakra, opening your third eye chakra will be beneficial if they're not already open. But I feel like you need to remove these swords. So whatever these swords are for you, they're holding you back. Okay. So let's see what else comes through. I'm just going to pull two more cards. Again, so much green. Okay, we have the Emperor. And two fours. So we have 3 4s. So 3s and 4s. 3s and 4s are assigned for you right now. Those are the numbers, if you're interested in like number synchronicity, numerology, those are the numbers to pay attention to right now, 3 and 4. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Okay, this is you. You are the Emperor right now. Okay, don't be scared to show yourself. Don't be scared to direct things a little bit. Don't be scared to take a more leadership, powerful role. You're made for it. Okay, you're facing this adversity. You're facing these people not really supporting you because it's going to make you stronger, more resilient, and able to really sit on your throne with power. I feel like there is, I was thinking when I saw this canary, like a royalty, but I didn't really want to say it. And then we have the Emperor. So I feel like there is this royalty to you. There is this importance to you. There is this excellence to you, this significance. And don't be afraid to show it. Don't be afraid to own it. Don't be afraid to own your Emperor spirit, to own that throne that is really made for you, okay? There is a position for you here. And then we have the Four of Wands here. So I feel like you are kind of hiding yourself. You're not showing everything about you to people. You may have dealt with a lot of lying and kind of like fraudulent behavior that made you kind of quiet up, close down. That's coming into balance. Cactuses may be an important sign for you. Cactus spirit, cactus peyote. Go do some peyote. Just kidding. Unless it resonates. I don't know. Anyways, just kidding. But I feel like you haven't been rewarded as much as you deserve. Okay? Your rewards haven't come in yet. And it's slowing you down. It's making you feel like you're not good enough. You're taking the sword and you're putting it on yourself and you're trying to chisel yourself into a better person. It's not about, they're not coming in yet, not because you need to be better, okay? You are already this Emperor. I'm feeling like you just need the courage to step into this throne, to claim this as you, to claim that this is in fact your energy. And you are in fact very capable. You are in fact very smart. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, pile threes. I feel like there's a lot for you to kind of dive into because you have this knowing card. You might know more than I'm even picking up on in this reading. So pay attention to that if you can. Dive into the things. If there's anything I kind of said that hit something, pay attention to that. Don't be afraid to dive into that. Communication is huge. Telling it like it is, being true to who you are, owning yourself. Those are the huge things, lessons, signs, things that are kind of happening for you right now. So yeah, thank you for watching, pile threes. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it benefited you in some way. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. Feel free to comment any thoughts you have below if you feel like it, if you have something you want to say. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. If you're not celebrating Christmas right now or you're watching this when it's not Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.